What's up, guys? Okay, well, today we have found ourselves in Chicago, and the Fraternal Order of Police is putting up a fight, but for what? I mean, the Fraternal Order of Police, they're the ones that, they turn to when some crap goes down and, stuff needs to kind of be reported and investigated. But the Fraternal Order of Police, let's just say, as usual, law enforcement is up to no good. Also, I would like to note 87% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to their channel. Click the button and we'll move along. So, Fraternal Order of Police in Chicago. Here we go.
A bonfire of critical police misconduct records. Critics fear that could happen if Chicago's police union wins its fight to destroy those files.
CBS 2 political investigator Dana Koslov uncovers it's a fight the union is waging in court and behind the scenes at the bargaining table.
This is the happiest day of my life. It's over.
Emotions.
They want to destroy files. Why? Because they don't want you to know about it. That's why.
Run high and the damage runs deep.
I want justice for my son.
Victims of police misconduct and their families forever changed.
I'm struggling now, still struggling to the very day of every day just living.
He just took my life away from me, from my family, from my daughter.
Until 5 years ago, their struggle made even more difficult because police misconduct records were still secret.
Remember this one? This one where he was walking down the road and they shot and killed him because they said that he was running at them. No.
Kept hidden, even though officer complaints were piling up, patterns of wrongdoing were developing, and taxpayers were shelling out tens of millions of dollars in brutality cases like those against former Chicago police.
Tens of millions of dollars in brutality cases, and they want any records of that are more than 5 years old destroyed. No, they should all be put. You should be able to go online right now and find them. You shouldn't have to do a Freedom of Information Act to get this information. We pay their salaries. We should know what they're up to when they are on the job. I'm just saying. It should be live streamed 24/7.
Police Commander John Burge.
I exercise my Fifth Amendment right.
Then these two men, Craig Futterman and Jamie Calvin, fought to get misconduct complaints released to the public and won. The Calvin case, I mean, it was a battle, wasn't it?
It was a battle. It was close to 10 years of litigation. And
close to 10 years of litigation. Let that sink in. They were waiting for him to die. You know they were.
And, an extraordinary amount of work.
Now that's all in jeopardy.
Hundreds of thousands of records, of police misconduct records, can go up in smoke, and that means forever. Once they're gone, they're gone.
The Fraternal Order of Police, the union representing Chicago police officers, is asking the Illinois Supreme Court to allow them to destroy all police misconduct records older than 5 years.
And it couldn't come at a worse time.
Just a year ago, Chicago...
Yeah, worst time when about, 0 people trust the police. I'm just throwing it out there.
Chicago police entered into a federal consent decree mandating reforms following decades of misconduct and even torture complaints.
The data and information that's at stake in this case is of absolutely critical importance to that process.
Especially since all the past misconduct resulted in little discipline for offending officers.
Almost always the finding was in favor of the police.
Also, I would like to note, this is from 2020. This is for all the people that say, oh, it's just one bad apple. You can't lump them all in together. Corruption starts at the top and works its way down.
Police officer.
Futterman and Calvin say the records are critical to exposing patterns of misconduct that highlight problem officers. Take Officer James Hunt, caught on camera saying he kills. CBS 2 investigator Brad Edwards uncovered that 4 years before Hunt's comments went viral, he did kill, shooting 17-year-old Deshaun Pittman 10 times.
You bitch.
A deeper dive into Hunt's past found he had 8 misconduct allegations against him in less than 6 years.
How did nobody know about that? They knew. Zero accountability.
And he's still on the street.
That investigation is working its way to me, and I will make a decision.
Interim Police Superintendent Charlie Beck says he has mixed thoughts on whether all misconduct records should remain public.
I think that everybody understands that police officers
every single one of them should remain public.
Often subject to unfounded complaints and Do the full details of those need to be revealed? I think that's a different question.
I think he's trying to think about what might be in his background. Just throwing that out there.
Sustained complaints, I don't have such an issue with.
Past courts have repeatedly ruled misconduct records are public records. After Futterman and Calvin won their case,
If you look at our database,
they put all CPD misconduct cases on this website, the Invisible Institute. They say if the FOP wins and gets the previous rulings reversed, basic information will stay on the website, but case details will be
247,150 allegations, 7% were disciplined. Of course, I'm surprised it was 7%. You are too right.
destroyed.
All the evidence, the hardcore evidence, here are the statements themselves. The statements of officers, statements of witnesses, the underlying physical evidence, the underlying medical evidence.
That would be destroyed.
That would all be destroyed.
And Futterman says destroying records wouldn't only be bad for victims.
I feel like I was dragged by the devil.
He says it could also make it hard to fire officers like Patrick Kelly, now before the police board facing termination. Kelly also has a history of complaints and cost the city a $44 million jury verdict after being accused of shooting friend Michael Laporta in the head.
This one?
Did you feel pain there?
Yeah. It's a lot of pain.
Record destruction, Futterman says, could also hurt the city.
If they destroy these records, they will be unable to defend itself. And in all this litigation,
they don't care about defending it. They'll wait for the next big headline to pop up. This will fall, and everybody will move on. They don't care. Why do people think cops care about anything but themselves? They don't. They care about themselves, and that is it.
And will be subject to liability that will just blow up the city.
Ultimately, he says it's the community that would suffer most, impacting CPD.
Here we go. Here we go. Check this shit out. What is this one catching? This one isn't even catching the donut truck. Let's call it like it is. This is absolutely ridiculous. This one don't help. Look at this one. Suck that gut in. And all this shit they got on here. Please stop. They want to be the military so bad they can't stand it. They're not. They would zero make it through military training.
As it tries to restore broken trust.
People don't trust the police. So this is the very kind of thing that is so critically necessary to our public safety, to solving violence, to getting rid of police abuse in Chicago, to finally addressing patterns and practices of civil rights violations.
Problem is, they don't care about public safety either. Again, they only care about themselves. That is it. Get it through your head. Cops care zero about your safety. Only about officer safety is it that they care about.
The FOP's president says the union is trying to do what's best for its members. But it's more than a Supreme Court case. Unions representing CPD rank and file and supervisors are also in arbitration with the city, trying to get record destruction put into their contracts. A spokesperson for the city says the mayor opposes the move, adding city government has an obligation to remain transparent. The Illinois Supreme Court is expected to hear this case this spring. In the newsroom, Dana Kozlov, CBS 2 News, Brad and Erica.
We'll be watching.
We will be watching, yes. Wonder what the comments have to say about this one. I don't know. Let's go check them out. Comments are turned off. Of course comments are turned off. Why would the comments be turned on? Because they don't give two shits about what the public has to say. They just do not have to look at it. They don't want to read it. They don't want to know. They just go on with their little lives and they hide shit. They destroy. I'm just saying, it is what it is. This is where we're at. Anyway, let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, like 87% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.